Hey there, everybody. Kyle Sasser here, and it is your favorite time of the month again. That's right. It's real estate statistics time for Hillsborough County. To answer a question that I am sure is at the top of your mind here in March 2020, and the answer is yes, I am growing my hair out. But the more serious question that everyone has been asking me is what impact is the pandemic going to have on real estate? So, honestly, I think that this is such a big shift in the economy and the market that it's not even really worth going over these numbers. These numbers are from February 2020. I can sum it up just by saying that it was the same continuance from the previous few years. Prices were going up, fewer and fewer homes were coming on the market for sale, and foreclosures and short sales were hanging out in about the same area, very, very low. And that was true last month. I don't believe that that is going to continue to hold with the current state of things. I'm not going to go over those numbers individually. I am going to put together some images and stuff like that. So if you want to see what the numbers were in February, you can. There's a link below. You can sign up. I'll send them to you so you can see. But whenever you see a big shift in the market, which this pandemic is, then changes are going to be coming. Now, one of the nice things with real estate, and also one of the bad things, is that real estate naturally lags behind a little bit. Because it's such a big purchase, it takes a while for the market to adjust itself to the new reality. So currently there is a lot of residual demand with people still buying. Now, for my clients, all of the contracts and listings that I currently have, those are proceeding as normally. So ones that are under contract, we're still working to close those. None of my clients are getting cold feet or anything, both of the buyer side and the seller side. And then listings that I have that are still active, so we don't have an active contract on those. Honestly, I'm still seeing the same number of showings that I would have expected a month or two ago. That tells me that there is residual demand, and that demand is probably going to continue for a while, as long as we are relatively able to continue to show houses with some precautions, of course. Now, all of the major banks and financing sectors are basically saying we are already in a recession right now. So as that continues, we are definitely going to see things trail off. It's going to take a little while, so if you've been thinking about selling, then now is the time to sell. We are definitely at the peak of market, and we have a very big unknown recession here in front of us. Historically, recessions typically only take about 10% off of a home value. But this is not a typical recession. I don't think anybody could have predicted a worldwide pandemic where basically the entire country was told to, stay at home and not go out and interact with people. Like, this is relatively uncharted territory. We have a big unknown recession that is here, and real estate is up here peaking, and then we have this residual demand that is going to be driving sales for a short while. So if you've been thinking about selling, you absolutely need to do it now, because 2 months from now we might already be like further down the road into this recession. Lending might have dried up because banks and lenders become more risk adverse, and things just become a lot more difficult. On the buyer side, obviously things look a little bit rosier. Because with the expected recession, prices are expected to eventually retract. Keep in mind, it's going to take months and months and months for this to work itself out. But the downside for that is lending usually becomes more constrained as well, because banks, lenders, private equity firms, they all become much more risk adverse because they are trying to protect their money. So it is not as easy to get loans in a recession. So it's a two-sided thing. And the reason why prices usually go down is because the lending tightens up a little bit. So definitely still early stages. Today is March 20th. So we are still in very early stages of this. I'm definitely going to keep you abreast of real estate developments. as I said, the numbers in February were good, but we are no longer in February. And honestly, the market and variables are such that I think it's worth basically looking at this as turning a chapter, just like 2007 was a new chapter. And honestly, even before that, like 90, like the late 90s was another chapter. The one thing that's always true is that these chapters come. Please, you and your family, please be safe. Do not stop your interest in real estate or thinking about buying a new home or anything like that, because there's definitely ways to do it, no matter what the circumstances are. But if you have been thinking about selling, now is the time to do it, because all signs are pointing to a recession being imminent or here already, and prices are naturally going to retract a little bit. And for how long, nobody can say. So anyway, not the greatest news this month, I don't think, but honestly, currently we have a little bit bigger fish to fry so far as making sure that this pandemic stays within check. If you have any questions or comments or thoughts or anything on this, please leave me a comment down below. I will be sure to answer that for you. My name is Kyle Sasser. I am a realtor with Keller Williams St. Pete, and I do real estate all throughout the Tampa Bay area. If you would like help finding your own great place in Tampa Bay, I will be happy to help you out. You can reach me at 813-323-7396, or there's going to be a contact link below. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you soon.